Man, it sucks to give up 7 goals in one night. Would be a shame if we happen to do it again. See, the emotion in my face is deafening because it's been that kind of night. It's truly been that kind of night. Because not only did I not manage to finish watching this game because I was over at ASU. ASU gets shut out for nothing. So I spent my night watching disappointing hockey. Well, aside from the back half of this game, because at least the Wild got back into it. Okay? Yes, there are a big chunk of negatives in this game. I will not debate that. In fact, we're going over them. We're going over them, but we're also going over the good stuff that happened. Because win or lose, you can take something away from it. And sure, we may have not won a game yet. We're 2 games in. It is 82 games. We will be fine. We just need to fix the little things. And to be honest, all we need to fix is team defense. That's it. Again, we still have Greenway and Merrill out. So getting those guys back will help. It will help out, okay? Once they're actually competing on the ice, it will help, okay? All we got to do is just fix the little things, okay? We fix the little things, and I know people are pissed off at Fleury, and he gave up some pretty easy ones, but team defense is our number one concern. Team defense. Goaltending will get better if team defense gets better. Team defense is accountable for at least half of the goals on here, maybe more. But you can't let that happen. And we can't get into the box. That seems to be our problem. And it's weird that team defense is our problem. The box has been our problem for the last 3 years, maybe more. Okay, we just shoot ourselves in the foot by taking terrible penalties. 5-on-5, we can compete with anybody. I still believe that, and it's proven when the Wild can come back into a game like this. It's weird, though, that a bunch of the goals were on power plays, but hey, that means the power play's working too. We were 3 for 6. When you're 50% on the power play, you should win the game. At least that's my thinking. If you are 50% on a power play, you should win the game. And it's 3 for 6. I mean, 3 power play goals. They were 2 for 6, but the fact that they had 6 chances is not good. Okay, you just can't take that many penalties. This game was just absurd because Fleury didn't play good and Cal Peterson was in net for the Kings. He's not Jonathan Quick. He's not that good in my opinion because he looked shaky all night. He looked like Fleury did. None of the goalies in this game really looked good except for Gustafsson when he got an assist. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go goal by goal, which I managed to rewatch and watch the ones that I wasn't able to actually get to and just watch the recap. But that should explain everything, because unless something crazy happened in the last 7 minutes, which if you want to leave in the comments what did happen, I'll take a look at it and I'll see if there was anything worth arguing over. But frankly, I think most of the problems we have can be explained through the 7 goals we gave up again. So let's start with the first one for the Kings. It's 4:28 into the first period. It's Adrian Kempe, his second of the season, assisted by Fiala, welcome back, and Anderson. So it's 1-0 Kings, and this one is on Goligoski, in my opinion. Okay, it's a 3-on-2 coming into the zone. Goligoski, who is, help side defender, he's in the middle. He's puck watching. Puck is over on this side, while Adrian Kempe is over here, streaking in right behind him. Obviously, they feed Adrian Kempe. And it's weird, though, because Marc-Andre Fleury has a brief second, which that's kind of all you get in the NHL, but he has a moment to actually gather himself and get ready for the shot. And it looks like he did, but Kempe ends up beating him high glove side, and it's 1-0 just like that. Obviously, don't give up a 3-on-2. Goligoski should have Kempe, but Fleury should make that save as well. It's weird to try and fault all 3 of those at once because, well, yeah, that's how the goal went in. But I'm not sure which one deserves more of the blame because any one of them they had an opportunity to stop it. They just couldn't do it. Then, second goal for the Kings, 8:55 into the first period. It's Gabe Vilardi's second of the season, assisted by Iafallo and Byfield. This is 2-0, and this one is just awful. This one is not Fleury's fault, though. This one is 100% on Ryan Hartman because he has the puck in our own zone, and for some reason, with Byfield all over him, trying to actually steal the puck, he takes it slowly and tries to feed it back into the middle, which is a suicidal attempt for any sort of offensive chance. He just throws it. He tries to throw it back into the middle. It doesn't go far enough. Byfield steals it away. Hartman's trying to get back on his horse. Eventually gets to Fiala, who throws it to Velarde, and Velarde just outweights Marc-Andre Fleury and tucks it back in. It's the Boldy play. The 2 Boldy goals from the Rangers game, Gabe Velarde did that to Marc-Andre Fleury on the second goal. This is 100% on Ryan Hartman. Okay, you just can't make that terrible turnover, and he has not looked good. Okay, he needs to get some mojo. That's all he needs. Okay, I'm willing to bet as soon as he gets a goal, he'll be at least better. Okay, because usually that's all it takes. It just takes one goal just to get the juices flowing. So let's just hope he gets a goal here soon. That's the hope for Hartman. Okay, then 3 minutes later, 11:13 into the first period, Drew Doughty gets a power play goal. The penalty was a Rossi hooking penalty that set up this power play for the Kings, and it's assisted by Kopitar and Fiala. And it's weird because Fleury makes a damn good save on Adrian Kempe earlier in this power play. It's one of those backdoor chances where you think, oh, there's no way he's going to get it. He does with his blocker. Puts it up right there, blocks it away, and that's with 40 seconds left in the power play. This goal came with 11 seconds left in the power play. So Fiala has it down in the corner. Somehow, with 2 penalty killers on him, he gets it over to Anze Kopitar, who then feeds it over to Drew Doughty. They do the same thing that Kempe did, and this one passes Fleury. It's one Fleury should have, in my opinion, because it squeezes right in between his pad and the post. You've just got to hug that. And again, for every power play goal, the way to avoid that is not to take the penalty, which is not good for Rossi. That's not a good start for him. Okay. But also, if there's 2 penalty killers on Fiala, how does one of you not get the puck out of that? You put 2 guys on one, meaning you have essentially plenty of space for the Kings. So they get it to Kopitar and they get it to Doughty and he fires it home. After that third goal, it's 3-0 at this point. Minnesota takes a timeout. Pretty embarrassing to take a timeout in the first period. A little over halfway through the first period, you take a timeout. And it's in your own building. Nonetheless, that's already pretty rough. But luckily, it seems that the timeout worked. And because the timeout happened, let me switch sheets here. So I've recorded them on different ones. Jake Middleton gets the first goal for Minnesota. I wouldn't have expected him, but you know what? I'll take it. Whoever's willing to score. He gets his first of the season, assisted by Spurgeon and Boldy at 12:57 into the first. So, what happened on this one is pretty simple. Boldy has the puck down low in the corner. He feeds it up to Spurgeon. Spurgeon with a DDD pass to Middleton. Middleton just says, screw it, I'm going to fire it on net. And it bounces off of an LA defender. Bounces off of his shin pad and just goes high blocker right over Cal Peterson. And that's our first one. The building is back into it. Okay? Or at least a little bit. It's still 3-1, and we were in this position before. We need some hope. And luckily, the guy who, personally, I think should be captain, Marcus Foligno, gets the best goal we've had all season. The prettiest goal we've had all season. You could debate Boldy's goals against the Rangers. They were pretty nice. This one, I think, is the best because it reminded me of the 2014 playoff run against the Avs. Game 3, Mikhail Granlund's diving OT winner. That's what this almost looked like. Okay? This starts up with Dumba firing a shot. It gets deflected in the corner. Eriksson Ek goes to get it. He feeds it through, threading a needle through 2 LA defenders. Somehow gets it over to, he gets it to Foligno. So he threads the needle through 2 defenders, gets it to Foligno. Foligno takes it to his backhand. He dives. Literally, he dives out, backhand, top shelf over Cal Peterson. And of course, as soon as he gets up, let's go! He's getting the whole building into it. Everybody's like, oh my God, how did that go in? And literally, I'm looking at it too like, wow, That was pretty good, I'm not going to lie. And that gave me hope. Okay, looking at that goal, I was sitting right here. I'm like, wow, we could win this. We could win this game. Literally, that's the goal that gave me hope. I love Middleton's goal. But this one looked so good from an emotional player, a team leader, okay? And a loud and rambunctious one at that. I love Spurgeon as a captain, but at the same time, I don't. I think you should just switch him. Make Foligno the captain and make Spurgeon the assistant captain. That's all you need to do. Because people are still going to listen to Jared Spurgeon, but make Foligno the captain. I don't see the problem with that. I don't think many Wild fans see the problem with that. We love Moose. We always love Moose. It's rare that he does anything wrong. So, frankly, yeah. I'd say give the captaincy to Marcus Foligno because that goal was sick. Oh my goodness, it was sick. And it gave momentum back into the building. The fans are actually chanting. They're starting to get a rise out of the fans, but then the worst goal I've seen being given up in these past 2 games. And granted, we've let in 14 of them. We've let in 14 goals. This one is the worst, by far. The 4th goal that was scored by the Kings tonight from Alex Iafallo, his 2nd of the season, assisted by Velarde and Waugh. And this one is about as inconspicuous as it can be. So Velarde wins the face-off in the Wild zone, but the puck goes through the boards, okay? It's stuck there for like 15 seconds, okay? Nobody can seem to get it out. Eventually, it somehow meanders its way over to Iafallo. He's at the point. He is far away from Marc-Andre Fleury. He is nowhere in the same stratosphere, essentially. And while the players know that, the Wild skaters are like, yeah, take a shot from there, loser. It's not going to go in. It goes in. It shouldn't go in from that far out. How do you... Literally, it's like a pizza being tossed across the ice. It didn't even go that high. It didn't go high on him. It went like mid, okay? Barely off the ice. Somehow, Fleury sees this the whole way, too. I originally thought maybe Spurgeon screens him. No, Spurgeon does not screen him whatsoever. Fleury sees this thing the whole way, and it bounces off of his blocker and goes in. And it, once again, sucks the life out of the building. It's now a 2-goal lead again for the Kings. And that's one you have to have. I bet Cal Peterson could have made that save, and he was not looking good all night. Okay? That's not one you give up, especially late in the period. It's 18:28 in the first. That means there was like a little over a minute left, and this goal goes in. The building is finally getting back into it. That's like... Oh my goodness. Like I said, it's the worst one I've seen, and there's been 14 scored on us. There's been 14 goals. That is the worst one, without a doubt. That's one Fleury 100% should have. Nobody else is at fault there but him. And you're thinking, well, they could get it out. Yeah, they could get it out. But he's at the point, and Fleury sees this shot. Even a professional goalie against a professional team should be able to stop an uncontested shot from the point, from the blue line. How in the world does that go in? He sees it the whole way, and I was dumbfounded. And I'm pretty sure a lot of Wild fans were too, because why wouldn't you be? You expect a Vezina winner, Marc-Andre Fleury, name status itself, you expect that to be good. And honestly, thankfully, that's the thing that got him pulled. That pizza of a goal gets him pulled, and Gustafsson would take over from there. Which, honestly, I didn't even realize, but it was probably for the best because it just did not look good. Then we get into the second period, okay? It's 4-2. The building is impish, okay? Obviously, it sucks the life out of the building to have a terrible goal like that go in. But there's still 2 periods of hockey. And 5:25 into the second period, Eriksson Ek gets a power play goal, and it is once again a 1-goal game. We will not go away. And the weird thing was this one started from a scuffle with, it had Foligno, Lemieux, which those two butting heads, who could have seen that coming? And then somehow Lizotte gets called in there, and after the whole scrum is figured out, it ends up being Foligno, Lemieux, and Lizotte in the box, meaning it is a power play for Minnesota, and it's 5-on-4. So, it has that power play, and it's basically just tic-tac-toe passing from the point. It's Zuccarello over to Kaprizov, who feeds Eriksson Ek, and literally he just taps it in. All he has to do is put his stick on the ice, and it's in. And that's what he did. So damn easy for Eriksson Ek, and it's 4-3. And once again, the Wild, it is a one-goal game. You want to talk about Minnesota sports teams completely sucking you in and then punching you harder? This is it. This is 100% it. Making it a one-goal game. Making us look like we have belief. And then just punching it away. Because, well, it looks like 4-3. It'll turn into 5-3. And guess who scores it? The guy we got rid of in the offseason. The guy who I said on multiple previous videos, extend him. He is worth it. He is so good when he's here. And he proved that. He already had 2 assists on the night. He gets a power play goal. His first in a Kings uniform. Wouldn't you know it, comes against his former team. Poetic justice, right? Okay. NHL scriptwriters are damn good with what they do. Okay, I wish I was one of them because, man, that'd be a fun job. But anyway, Fiala gets his power play goal. It's assisted by Kempe and Kopitar. Zuccarello gets a tripping penalty to set up said power play. Kopitar tries to feed this pass across the slot and ends up hitting Foligno's skate. So it's just kind of sitting there in the middle. Adrian Kempe pounces on it, feeds it over to Fiala, and Fiala takes it top shelf before Gustafsson can react quick enough. Ends up going high glove. It's a beautiful shot by Fiala. And once again, it is now a 2-goal game for the Kings. But once again, Minnesota can't seem to go away. Remember how it was 4-3? It's about to be 5-4 now. And Kaprizov gets this one. It's another power play goal for Minnesota. Kaprizov's first of the season, assisted by Zuccarello and Gustafsson. Yeah, the goalie gets an assist on this one, and it's perfect. So Adrian Kempe gets in the box. That's a good thing because, he's tortured us all night so far. I've seen his name multiple times on the score sheet. He's in the box. That's good. So he's in the box for a holding penalty. The puck on this power play eventually goes into the Minnesota zone. Gustafsson, heads up play here, goes out to get the puck and fires it down to Zuccarello while the Kings are changing. They're getting their second penalty kill unit on. Zuccarello takes advantage of that. Him and, of course, Kaprizov, his buddy over there. Zuccarello gets into the zone, fires over to a wide-open Kaprizov because the Kings are caught off guard, and what do you know it? Kaprizov buries it. And just like that, it is once again a 1-goal game. Still. It's still a 1-goal game. It is 5-4 now. But once again, I can't believe it. It's the same thing. It's insanity. That is the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing and hoping it gets different results. And of course, our definition of insanity is let's go down 2 because we'll win bigger, we'll win better, we'll win grander. Because that'd be the end of the second period. It would be... Actually, no. It was 5-4. This would be the last goal in the second period. Matt Waugh gets his first of the season, assisted by Lemieux and Kaliev. 13-10 into the second period. This makes it 6-4. Starts out with a big hit by Foligno. Eventually, the puck goes to Lemieux, who finds Waugh at the point. A shot goes through traffic, and he goes low glove on Gustafsson. I don't think he saw this one, but... Once again, it is a 2-goal lead for the Kings. How does this keep happening? I don't know what to say. And yet there's still a whole period of hockey after this. Because that's only the end of the second. Now we go to the third period. It's 6-4. What do you think happens? A, the Wild lose the game. Wait, hold on. A, the Wild win the game. B, the Wild don't score anymore. Or C, the Wild make it a 1-goal game. And if you get C, you win 10 billion points because, like whose line is it anyway, the points don't matter unless it's the NHL. Because they, of course, matter. But once again, it becomes a 1-goal game. Zuccarello gets his second of the year. It's weird to say a Wild player getting his second goal of the year. This one's on the power play, assisted by Kalen Addison and Matt Boldy. Drew Doughty takes a tripping penalty. He's been on the score sheet a few times, but he's also been kind of just a nuisance in this game. So Doughty takes a tripping penalty. Eriksson Ek wins the faceoff. Addison ends up getting it to Zuccarello at the point. It looked like Matt Waugh might have screened Peterson, but this shot it's like a seeing eye shot. It goes high blocker on Peterson. And once again, it is a 1-goal game. For the love of God, for the love of this state, for the love of this game, please complete the comeback at least. And they do. Yeah, they do. Believe it or not, they get the next goal. And it's like 2 minutes later, 7:32 into the third period, Sam Steele, I don't want to say the pun, a steal of a free agent, gets his first in a Wild uniform. Guess who gets the assist? Hartman and Brodin, two guys who have underperformed in the first two games. Oh my God, things are starting to come back together. And this goal was everything you want from a comeback. It is chippy, it is grinding, the whole building is shaking, and then eventually it erupts. That's the type of goal you want in a comeback. And literally, this started out with Cal Peterson misplaying the puck behind the net. He tries to stop it. He doesn't. So he's kind of left out in no man's land almost. It goes out of the trapezoid. He can't play it. So then Matt Boldy jumps on it, tries to tuck it in backhand. It doesn't go in. But now there's a giant scrum in front of the net. Eventually, it bounces back to Boldy. The puck is fired once again on net. It's just sitting loose in the crease. And eventually, Sam Steele finds a way to get it. He somehow sees this. I don't know how the hell he sees. There's a bunch of pads and random crap in the crease, and somehow he just whacks a stick at it, and it goes in, and it is 6-6. Oh my God, we did a comeback. We are doing it again. We are doing it again. You realize this is a Minnesota sports team, right? You know, they live in a state with those guys. Like those guys, yeah, they live in that same state. And I'm not sure what it is about that state. Hell, I haven't even lived in there, and yet I cheer for this. I bring suffering onto myself because I love it and hate it at the same time. Okay, this is the brutal part of it. Because after the whole building erupts, after it's tied 6-6, 31 seconds after that, not even a minute, they're still announcing Sam Steele's goal. While this is going on, guess who? And if you guess Fiala, good guess, but no, it wasn't him. Adrian Kempe gets his third goal of the year, his second of the game, 8:03 into the third period. 31 seconds after Sam Steele scores. Assisted by Kopitar and Anderson. The puck goes into the corner. Kopitar somehow finds Adrian Kempe, who is streaking into the slot. And this one, I guess you blame Gustafsson on this one. Because frankly, let me picture this. Tyson Jost actually managed to almost pick up Adrian Kempe here. He saw him streaking in. Jost, you can see on the replay, will turn back, tried to put a stick out there. So Jost tried to stop it. Somehow the puck barely gets past his reach. Everybody else condenses onto Adrian Kempe as if it's like swarming in. And somehow this puck gets shot and it goes, high blocker. It goes high blocker off Gustafsson, and I think he got screened by one of the Wild players, but I honestly don't know because it doesn't look easy. I'm still confused as to how it went in. I figured Gustafsson would be in the perfect spot for that, and it just goes high blocker on him. And once again, all momentum is sucked out of the building. We tied the game again for 31 seconds, and it just goes away. And they had nothing. NHL Recap had nothing on the last 7 minutes because nothing happened. Well, aside from the final whistle where we lost the faceoff with an empty net and, didn't score. But yeah, 7-6. And I took down a few other notes here. Obviously, the Kings were 2 for 6 on power plays. The fact that they had 6 power plays scares me. They had 20 blocks. 20 block shots compared to our 7. Minnesota, on the other hand, was 3 for 6 on power plays. That's good for us. 50% offense is not the problem. 3 for 6. hits were 20-5 in favor of Minnesota. So we were more physical than they were. They blocked more shots than we did. And I don't know if I mentioned the save percentages, but this is brutal. I got my computer pulled up right here. Cal Peterson stayed in there the whole time. He was 29 of 35. That is an 829 save percentage. The fact that he was the winning goalie is scary. But it makes sense when you realize that Marc-Andre Fleury, for the time he was in, 714 save percentage. 4 goals on 14 shots. And Gustafsson actually did the best out of everybody. He had 3 goals on 20 shots. 850 save percentage. Nobody had... Goaltending was not here in this matchup whatsoever. But those are the ones you gotta win. Okay? It's team defense. It's letting up way too many opportunities, and it's just not good. It's not good hockey. But that's when you gotta move on and hope for the best. So who do we play? I just looked at who we played next.
Yes, I know it's at home. I know it's 2 days away.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. That's... Don't blame me for why I have this. I grew up in Colorado for 15 years. This is who we play next. But they have Alexander Georgiev. Okay, we have a chance. We do have a chance. But it is still the defending Cup champions. If we win that, our season should get back on track. So let's try and win that. Let's just say screw it. Let's just try it. Okay? Hell, the Avs lost to the Flames, and the Flames are good at what they do. Let's just give Avs fans more PTSD. Okay, I already mentioned 2014 in this video. 2003. Patrick Waugh's career is over because of us. Patrick Waugh's over. I can't even speak it. We can't give them trauma because, they won the cup. How do you fuck? I'm losing it. It's 2 games into the season and I'm already losing it. But if we win that game, I think we will be back on track. Okay, I truly think we'll be back on track. We just need better team defense. Granted, we're going against one of the best defensemen in the NHL in Cale Makar. But imagine if we win. I got faith. And if we do win, I can talk boatloads of shit to my friends from Colorado. And if they win, then I just cut them off as contacts. Oh man, I'm losing my mind. This team is making me lose my mind 2 games in. But I'm still along for the ride. Anyway, that is it for this one. Thank you for watching. Click like if you liked me melting down. Click subscribe if you, for some reason, want to see more. Hopefully, there's better games than this. I think there will be because I'm still following the Wild. Win, lose, tie, shootout win, shootout loss, triumphant victory, heartbreaking defeat, comeback that falls short. Any sort of Minnesota Wild game, I will keep you up to date on as much as I can. As much as, frankly, I want to. But I'm going to do that for everything, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Click likes, click subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. Wish I was at peace. But anyway, peace.